Let's talk about the one guy moving in the other direction.
Finally.
It's like rowing against the stream.
Ding, ding, ding.
Tony Parker agreeing to a 2-year, $10 million deal
snap.
with the Charlotte Hornets, ending his 17-year run with the Spurs.
Say it ain't so.
Now look, Woj just tweeting out
Where's
that
Michelle?
about an hour ago, I know, right?
Where's Michelle at? We need
It's
her.
been a tough summer for
Friday.
Michelle Beadle in terms of the Spurs, man. I think she's still dealing with the Kawhi news. Adrian Wojnarowski tweeting out that Parker called Greg Popovich in the last hour to inform him of the decision, that the Spurs did in fact want Parker back, but that he will take a significant role with the Hornets behind Kemba Walker. You see Nick Batum up there saying, I see you soon in Buzz City, a little French connection going on. What do you think of this move?
I mean, first thing I thought about is James Borrego, right?
Yeah.
I want a guy
A former Spurs assistant coaching
the new
that
head
team.
coach of the Hornets. I want a guy who knows our culture and the way we do things. And it's one thing to bring a coach and a front office guy, whatever, to do that, but there's nothing a culture builder like a player. And so
This is the new NBA normal for the older players.
Right.
You know, the fact that when they want to extend their careers, they're not afraid to, change teams. So I'm not surprised. I think it's good to back up for Kemba. Also, they need leadership at this point. They need something to turn the tide. So I think it's a good move, but at the same time, I mean, I feel bad for Spurs fans because it looks more like we see the writing on the wall. It could be rebuilt.
I mean, look, I know that role was very important to Tony. You talked to him after he came back from that injury. He wanted to make it count. He wants to really play. He believes he still has a lot left.
He has
so
value.
this was offering him a chance to do that. And by the way, Eastern Conference, easier travel. Eastern Conference, easier schedule.
Amen to
Eastern
that.
Conference, some easier
and he's
opponents.
probably going to live in Boris Diaw's house in Charlotte.
there.
Something like that.
Discounts.
He's all good there. And look, we've got another guys moving around the league. Charlotte, of course, traded Dwight Howard to the Nets. It looks like that buyout's getting finalized, and we are going to see Dwight Howard on the Wizards. What do you think of that move?
That's a lot of personalities on that team right now. And on paper, it's talent. They got talented. But are they ready to coalesce the glue? Is it in there somewhere? They got to find someone who can do that.
I agree. I mean, I think the centers have been the most vocal. Gortat, leaving, and now you have Howard. It's sort of like the similar type of guy. But one thing I like about Dwight Howard is that he still is a professional. He's still a professional. He'll still go out there and try to get you a double-double. So if he can really build and mold with those two dynamic duo in the backcourt, there's a chance there for them to be successful.
Shout out Sinead, by the way, because talking over a loud announcer is not easy. We only have about a minute left, but I do want to ask you about Dwight, because as a player, you have a reputation in the league. He has fought against, I'm not difficult, I'm not a locker room cancer. How as a player do you change people's opinion of you?
Well, what I love about the NBA is new seasons are like a new life for you. It's like new year, new me. I mean, new team, new me for Dwight Howard.
Right.
He has an opportunity to earn himself some fans and also start fresh. And I think this is a team that really needs a fresh start from the beginning of the season.
I think he's got to buy into the role that they're going to have for him. It's not going to be a whole lot of post touches and watching him bang the post. It's about fitting into a role and helping Wall and Beal excel.
Well, it is interesting. I mean, look, when you are making this kind of, he's not getting traded, right? He's getting bought out and signing. So you have to think that he has talked to them about that role. He is making that decision.
Yeah.
Tony Parker, too, making the decision. It's going to be interesting.